Oh, hello, and welcome to the Roundup, now with CircaNews, home of the fabulous Sarah Carter. I'll be going through the politics section. I'll be picking up the top five from the website, doing some light commentary, so you can get on with your day. Let's go. And here we have Circa News, December the 11th, 2017, top five at the end of the 11th of December 2017. So here you go, top five. Number one is Roy Moore apparently is falling behind Doug Jones. This is a pretty crucial vote. Anybody who doesn't understand the balance on the Senate, pretty much, um, this decides whether Trump's going to have an easy time or a hard time for the next 3 years. It's pretty tough. Well, you got elections coming, but the grounds are so well marked now between blue and red. It'll be really hard to budge any state. These parties are going to go at it for every candidacy, every election, Senate and Congress. This one with Roy Moore is a pretty big deal. My personal opinion is that whatever Roy Moore did 40 years ago, that's a different guy. What has he been doing for the last 30 years, 40 years? Has he been an excellent citizen? I mean, so what if he was a little freaky when he was 30 years old? He never raped anyone, and every girl he went out with, their mother allowed him to go. You want to criticize Roy Moore? Go yell at their mothers as well, the mother of the girls. He never hurt anyone, and that woman is lying, falsified the book. This is ridiculous that we're even giving it credence. I don't know nothing about Roy Moore. I'm looking specifically at the accusation, and I think that's insane. But hey, that's just my personal opinion. Uh, this is Fox News, so they're the more right-leaning poll guys, and if they're saying that Roy Moore is going to lose, that that doesn't look good. But then again, Trump too was not going to win, and he ended up winning. All right, next link. Uh, Steve Bannon is so polarizing. Uh, it seems like every time anybody who's not left wing, obviously assumed left wing, does any action that's public, the hysteria follows. All these people are gonna leave serious, threatening to boycott, threatening to leave, because there's another speaker on the side. Now, what kind of free speech is that? Why don't you want an opposing voice to be able to be on the radio so you can prove him wrong? I don't understand. Are you afraid that Steve Bannon is so evil that he's going to convince the masses to mindlessly follow his white supremacist drumbeat? First, he's not a white supremacist. And the only drumbeat he wants to beat to is American nationalism. You don't have to like the guy, just recognize what he is. He's a nationalist. He's strong. He's got lots of friends. This is not somebody you just scoff at. This is somebody you got to engage and overcome. If you just scream at him, he gets bigger. I'm not sure what these left wing guys are thinking. This is not somebody, this could be a presidential candidate. I'm not joking. If Trump decides to stay for 8 years, Bannon won't do anything. But if Trump would fall out of the race or not run in 4 years, I can see Steve Bannon on the ballot. All right, next one. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, when addressing the press corps today, said it's all been addressed. Now, you can you can kind of build a story that the recent push to force members of Congress and Senate out due to sexual allegations was a way to grandstand and follow those actions, oops, pardon me, those individuals leaving Congress and Senate by saying, "Look, we the Democrats have cleaned our house. How about you Republicans? How about Mr. Trump and all the sexual allegations that he's gone through?" I don't know. I've studied some of the sexual allegations. I don't know. He hasn't raped anyone. The most serious allegations are some fondling or some foul words, and You could say, even if those are all true, that he had poor taste or poor decision making, but it's not a crime. And he shows no pattern of being a sexual predator. I mean, I've been following Donald Trump on and off since he was making cameo appearances in every movie in the 80s, and for all accounts, he was a rich and nice guy. That's it. He didn't do drugs, didn't do alcohol, didn't have sex parties. He'd get invited. The anecdotes that he would get invited to fancy parties with lots of girls and stuff, and he would say hi, hang out a little bit, and leave. He was not. I mean, he wouldn't stay back and party on and go crazy. So I don't know. I think this is gonna be another miss. And if you go down the list of how many shots they fired at Trump and that they've missed, you gotta believe this guy's got a guardian angel around him. I mean, you go down the perspective, and he's either really lucky, he's got really good friends, or both, because he's dodged a lot of bullets. Now, a lot of fake bullets, right? Russia collusion, what a crazy thing. But the sexual misconduct, we'll see. Next, uh, yeah, there was a video of this. Um, I suggest you go follow it. It's a conversation about a man's got ALS, which is oh my God, just follow through the article. Lou Gehrig's disease. Yeah, that's it. So pretty interesting conversation. It was broadcast on a casual conversation in the plane. So pretty good stuff. I I think the tax plan is a good idea. I was talking to someone and they're like, "Whoa, it's going to be helping the big businesses." And I said, "Look, unless you are willing to move to a communist country or translate America into socialist or communism, if we are going to be capitalists, how do you give yourself a shot in the arm to get the economy going? The pivotal building block of capitalism in any economy is production and consumption, right? So you have to have consumers, citizens, people who live in the country to buy the goods that are manufactured by companies and services in the country. When companies are making it offshore, local workers are not don't have the jobs to go buy other goods. The goods come back into the US, you got a bunch of unemployed people. So if you think about bringing the money back in and giving a shot in the arm to these companies, there's no guarantee. But think about a different. I'm not I'm not saying that I fully support the plan, but I'm just trying to explain the plan. It's a shot in the arm. Let's put money in the country. Let's bring the money back from overseas. Let's lower corporate taxes. Let's create an amnesty so that those companies can bring the money in. I mean, if the money is in the country, you'd expect them to be spending them in whatever they need to spend money on. And whether it benefits workers directly or benefits other contracts around other companies around the U.S. and those workers benefit, I guess that's going to be hit or miss. But I I tend to believe I agree that money in the country will be spent in the country in some way. And if the money gets spent in the local economy, we all benefit. So anyway, we'll talk more about taxes later. And here it is. She finally admits that she forged the signature. So, what you're gonna do? What you're gonna do? And yet he's low in the polls. She comes out after 40 years, a completely different man, and he's gonna be punished for something that I believe to be false or distorted. All you have to do is look at this lawyer, Allred. She's a talk about ambulance chaser. That's exactly what she does. Anyway, all right. I do hope you enjoy this edition of the Roundup for Circa News. Check out Circa.com. Sarah Carter is in there. Have yourselves a great day. Be good to each other in all things. I'll catch you on the next one.